Hey guys, today I have for you another look using the Jaclyn Hill palette. Surprise, surprise, right? I know, it's crazy. I freaking love this palette. Like, there's just nothing else to it. I've heard a lot of people say that they are scared of this green shade right here. And so I decided to come up with a look for it. So I hope that you enjoy this look and you find it helpful. Alright, let's get started. Starting off with my foundation, concealer, and bake going, I am going into the Tartist Pro palette with the shade Classic all over my lids. I will be using the shade Creamsicle as my transition shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette, so I'm using a fluffy brush and blending this all over my crease. I am taking Pukey right over top of Creamsicle to give it a little bit more depth, but I'm also using a lighter hand with this because I don't want the two colors to mix, I just want a nice blend. To deepen things up even more, I am using the shade Roxanne with a smaller fluffy brush just in my crease. Now I am dipping into the shade Enchanted, which is this deep, beautiful forest green color, and at first it was a little bit difficult to get that pigmentation out, but I really had to build it up and it turned out to be really nice. So I'm taking this pretty much just on the outer corner of my eyelids and then a little bit into the crease as well. So here comes the fun part. I am using the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer and a small brush, and I'm getting a little bit on the brush here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a nice empty space for that lid color to go on. So I'm going to brush it into a bit of like a half moon semicircle kind of thing on my eyelid, which is taking up pretty much most of my eyelid and creating this half cut crease. Next, using a flat, rounded top brush, I'm taking the shade Diva, and I'm going to pack this on top of that concealer that we just laid down. And if you can tell, the concealer really helped to increase that pigmentation of that shade without needing to wet the brush. Deepen this up, I'm using a pencil brush and the shade Central Park, which is this perfect chocolate brown, and I'm packing it into that outer corner of my eye, pretty much on top of the green that we placed down earlier. Next, to highlight my eyes, I am taking the shade Obsessed on one of my fingers and I am packing it onto the center of my eyelid. And this is going to really open up your eyes and make them look bigger. Next, to blend the green with the brown, I am going in with 24/7 with a tiny little brush. I'm just going to put that right on the edge of where those shimmers meet the matte shades. And to highlight my inner corners and my brow bones, I am using the shade Beam. I'm lining my eyes with the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. And this liner really didn't work out the way I wanted it to, but that's okay. Next, I am kicking off my bake with the e.l.f. blending brush, and I am taking that powder all over my face as well. For my lower lash line, I'm going back into Creamsicle for the first shade. For the second shade, I am taking Roxanne on a slightly smaller brush. And once again, using the shade Central Park real tightly along my lower lash line. For a bit of extra pizzazz, I am taking this tiny little brush in the shade Queen all the way along my lower lash line. Now I'm going to go pop on some lashes, and I'm going to blend them with my real lashes with the CoverGirl Supersizer Fibers Mascara. And to thicken them up, I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. And then I'm going to use this along my lower lash line as well. Using the yellow shade of the Anastasia Contour Kit, I am going to color correct under my eyes. So this yellow shade is really going to get rid of the purpleness of any under eye bags that you might have, and then I'm going to use the more neutral light shade to get rid of the yellowness, if that makes sense. And then I'm also going to contour using this palette with the cool shade in the center, and I'm going to make a really straight line in the hollows of my cheekbones, and I'm going to blend it out a little bit, and then I'm also going to blend it even more with the Eco Tools Blending and Bronzing Brush, which I will also be using for my bronzer, which is going to be this first shade in the contour kit. And I'm going to go in with a really light hand with this because I find that sometimes it makes my skin look really red, which is kind of strange, but it looks okay as long as I do it very lightly. Now, it's not very often that you see Mary Kay on the internet anymore, but I am using this really beautiful blush called Shy Blush, and it's just such a gorgeous peach color, and it also has some gold metallic shimmer into it as well, and I just think it's so beautiful. Now I'm going into the Anastasia Sugar Glow Kit using the shade Marshmallow and my Wet n Wild highlight brush. I'm going to put this on my cheekbones and then on the tip of my nose and my Cupid's bow as well. For my lipstick today, this is the Kat Von D liquid lipstick in the shade Lolita, and this is actually my first time trying this lipstick, and let me tell you, I am so obsessed with it. So here is the finished look. I really hope that this helped you get inspired to use more shades in the Jaclyn Hill palette and to really jump out of your comfort zone. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button because it really supports my channel, and don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more.